Hi, I'm Chef Rosana.
I am Chef Ricardo, and we are Chef and the Baker.
We have been together for 12 years as a couple and in business together as well. But we met prior to that while we were working together at the Arts Institute of Tampa. I was an instructor for culinary arts, and Ricardo was the director of the program. And honestly, we were just colleagues and just a beautiful friendship that little by little developed and blossomed into something else. And I think one day
we start noticing the 6 degrees of separation.
We're both born and raised in Puerto Rico, but we're from different sides of the island, and that's always like a big thing, growing up in Puerto Rico, where I'm from what is called La Isla, even though it's the same island. And then Ricardo's more from the capital metro area. What works for us is that we have different strengths, and with these business, or this iteration of a business that we have right now with Chef and the Baker, I think it perfectly describes us, because I'm more in charge of culinary, and Ricardo, his true passion, he's the baker. Obviously, he's an amazing cook, and I can bake too. But we have our areas of strength, and I think that's really our formula for success, is that we're not on top of each other, like on each other's toes. There's a lot of respect. I delegate to him anything that has to do with baking, and he does the same on culinary. So I think I've talked a lot, but I think that's really the formula of our story.
That's right. The passion I have for croissants, for a good, nice, flaky croissant. We had a French-inspired restaurant, and the variety of things I could do with just a croissant dough. With a laminated dough, that's the same thing. It's endless, and you can combine. So we used to do French and Latino together, like guava croissants or passion fruit-filled croissants. So all these beautiful things. That's what created the passion that we have for baking. So on top of croissants, we make Queen Amands, which are based with croissant dough. We make Supremes. We make croissant donuts, which is very popular when we do it.
Your favorite?
My favorite? What's my favorite?
Morning buns.
Oh my gosh, yeah, morning buns. You gotta try those. They're amazing. So the variety that we have utilizing croissant dough is pretty large.
We got into cooking because of our moms. I come from a line of amazing cooks. My great-grandmother, which I had very lucky to have met and spend time with her and learn with her in the kitchen. My grandmother was a home economics teacher.
She was my mom's teacher.
Yeah,
back in the 1960s.
6 degrees of separation.
How was that?
That's part of our unique story, is that my grandmother was his mom's culinary teacher. So that's really where it comes from. And my mom was just an amazing cook, culinary teacher as well.
Yes.
So that's really where it started for me. I didn't set out of high school to become a chef like Ricardo did. He knew very, very young, I'm gonna be a chef.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted. I don't think it was an expectation. Back then you don't necessarily set out to do that in life. I think my parents had other expectations for me too. But food has always been my haven, the kitchen has always been my safe place. And I always came back to it, and I always gravitated to it. I put myself through college baking cookies, so, and selling them, a lot of them. So there was always this link, and in my 30s, I just said, that's it, I'm done with the corporate world, quit my corporate job, and opened a business and enrolled myself in culinary school. And fast forward many years, then it's that story between Ricardo and I, and having our first restaurant. But I've given you 20 years of my life in a nutshell, from that moment that I decided that this is what I wanted to continue to for the rest of my life. And I love it.
I love it too. concentrate on creating really good food. That's all we want to do. But we had the chance in one moment in time to be on TV, where this lady here got to be Bobby Flay. Yeah, you want to tell them about it?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. We were invited on the show.
Both of us.
Both of us. They curated this episode about a couple that obviously are together, they work together.
Against me. First round.
So it's just a really cool episode. If you haven't watched it, it's still, you can Google easily our names and you're gonna find it. But yeah, we got to go to film our first Food Network show with Bobby Flay, and it was so much fun, such an amazing learning experience. And I got, it really worked on my side of beating him on the first round. And then after that, got to face Bobby with just one of the most simplest dishes that, Puerto Rican culture is known for and that we make on a daily basis, which are empanadas. And I beat Bobby. And after that, it's just been an amazing ride. From being invited to other shows nationally, you were invited on another show.
I was in Disney Plus in Foodtastic show. It's streaming right now. Go ahead and take a look at it. And it was a great experience. Both of them were great experience. And I'm very honored to be able to be in the presence of Bobby Flay and Kiki Palmer.
And then obviously we do a lot of local and regional media, which is always a lot of fun.
Yes.
Tampa is our community, it's our home, so we want to be present as much as possible. We collaborate with other chefs in doing these amazing dinners. We just came off from a super successful one with Chef David
Tasty
from
Tampa.
Haiku, put all together by Tasty Tampa. So it's super amazing. I mean, we're still dreaming about that dinner because everything was like so perfect.
Yes.
And people were so happy, and the menu and the flavors were just insane, which inspired us to continue, this collaboration journey, and people have been very receptive to it. Besides that, on my end, I do tons of events. I specialize on luxury catering and corporate events, so my daily life is very hectic, planning, executing, and dreaming up, amazing, experiences for our customers.
Chef and the Baker, we also expose the business everywhere in Tampa Bay area. We right now have done markets in Midtown Tampa, and those markets are amazing markets where we take our most famous products. And so you can find us in Midtown Tampa, you can find us in Corey Avenue, St. Pete, you can find us in Water Street, Tampa, soon to be on your market close to you. And we're just gonna keep doing those, and I think we literally extending our hands to give somebody else the opportunity to try all our tasty food, savory and sweet.
Empanadas for sure,
Yes.
And the croissant supremes and bread.
Cinnamon buns.
I mean, it's basically a bakery coming out to your neighborhood, which is great. And I think what I'll add to it, though, I think most people don't know about Chef and the Baker, is that we have a huge presence in the Tampa airport. We have been inside Tampa airport in multiple points of sale for years.
Yes.
And obviously this past year, 2023, has been our biggest year to date. We bake thousands of croissants, muffins, cookies.
Madeleines.
We prepare deli sandwiches, yogurt, fruit salad. It's a lot of product, all under the Chef and the Baker name. So if you're traveling out of Tampa, you'll be sure to see us in one of the kiosks.
Make sure you try them, they're good. You can come in here and have a fresh baked croissant. You can buy your sourdough, empanadas, and that's in the Pinellas Park area. It's actually 9 to 2, Monday to Sundays. As well, if you're looking for private events, then Chef Rosana and I can go to your house and cook a fine 7-course meal. Yes, you can
And
do
then
that.
finally, don't forget to mention Joe's favorite.
Oh, Joe's favorite, the producer of Teti Tampa, he loves our coffee. We have a coffee brand called Coffee. I think you're gonna enjoy it once you taste it.
Yeah, I heard he's addicted to the coffee.
Yes,
so
he
that
is.
says a lot.
Come on in. We'd love to serve you. We'd love to bake for you. We'd love to give you
Cool
some
for ya.
stuff from the chef and the baker. Hope to see you.
Is that cookie crumble? What were you doing before?
I'm eating a cookie right here.
Uh-oh.
Look at that.
See, it's Cookie Monster.
it's right
Cookie
behind it.
Monster.
Yeah, you don't know, this cookie is my mom's recipe.
Yeah.
Back from 1960. We're 3 little kids. I'm the middle child, my sister, and my brother. So my mom used to make these cookies and then give it to us in the wagon. We used to have a little wagon, or in the car. And I used to tell my sister, so how do you turn on a candle? She would be like, with what? I'm like, with matches.
You know, matches in Spanish is fósforo.
So the cookie will fly all over her face.
The sound, because we pronounce it so much, shortbread cookie, right? You know, it's
so
how the
crumbly.
cookie crumbles.
Yes.
Crumbly.
I think that's where that saying
Yeah,
came
I
from.
think so.
How the cookie crumbles. My
I
cookie.
think so.
Yeah,
It's okay.
for my cookie.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Here's my cookie.